Yeah, Mr. Jacob. Kindly be upstanding. Raise the Bible up using your right hand, and proceed to the court.
I, Jacob Otieno, have been invited to give evidence and procedure documents before this ad hoc committee on World Bank sponsored projects. I do solemnly swear and affirm that whatever I say and or produce before the committee shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, in line with the Constitution of Kenya and all other laws of the land. That I'll do the best of my ability, aid it, and find the truth without fear, favor, bias, affection, or prejudice. So help me God.
Thank you. You can proceed to append your name, signature, and ID.
The next is, that would be Ms. Evans.
Yes, welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Raise the Bible and proceed to take your oath.
I, Evans Ngeno, having been invited to give evidence and produce documents before this and hoc committee and World Bank sponsored projects, do solemnly swear, affirm that whatever I will say and or produce before the honorable committee shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, in line with the Constitution of Kenya and all other laws of the land, and that I will to the best of my ability aid it, find the truth without fear, favor, bias, affection, or prejudice. So help me God.
Thank you. You can proceed to put in your name, ID, and sign.
Then you can proceed to Elkanah.
Using your right hand, you can proceed to raise the Bible, your right hand, and proceed to take your oath.
I, Elkanah Kibrotiko Sitan, having been invited to give evidence and produce documents before this ad hoc committee on the World Bank sponsored project, do solemnly swear, affirm that whatever I will say and produce before the honorable committee shall be truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, in the line with the Constitution of Kenya and other laws of the land, and that I will do the best of my ability, aid it find the truth without fear, favor, bias, affection, or prejudices. So help me God.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Proceed to put in your name, ID, and sign.
All right, that having been concluded, we would proceed then to pick from where we left. I think, Bill, you'll take the first question that I had asked you earlier on, that you were to show. I had asked you that how did you, as a company, did you participate in the tendering process, or how did you get the work? And I had asked you for a copy of your application. So do you proceed to begin from there?
Earlier on missing to supply you the copies that you intended and that you had requested. And also, I want to apologize for the committee for, taking your time once more, because I understand that, it takes a lot of time from morning to such a time to come and present ourselves to this panel. So I apologize.
Well noted.
For the tender that, for the question that you have asked me, I want to say this, that the tender was competitively, it was tendered by the client, which is county government of Nandi. We bidded competitively as required by law. And on the 14th of May, we signed an agreement. We were awarded and we signed the agreement with the county government of Nandi as required by law. And these are the copy of the copy of agreement. Yeah. So, sorry. Let me check this agreement. Yeah, this one. 12th of July, 12th July 2019. The agreement, contract agreement that we entered with the county government of Nandi. And kindly I'm giving out an evidence of that.
Okay.
And they are supplied on your desk, Mr. Speaker.
So how much was your bid? How much did you bid?
Okay, the bid amount of contract document.
Not the contract document. When you applied, what was your bid? The bid amount that you had applied when you were tendering, when you were applying for the tender. You must have had you bid for how much, then you awarded for how much.
Yeah.
What you have been awarded is what we can see.
That's true.
Yes.
What we tendered was 76,625,210.
Yes.
And we were awarded as per what we had tendered. What we had bid for that document.
Okay. So it's 76,625,210.
Yes, sir.
Now, you participated in the tender opening.
Yeah.
Did you sign the tender register, the tender opening register?
Yes.
And who signed specifically?
Okay. It was signed by our director called Lillian Moon. It's here on our contract. Okay, just a minute.
Any of you who knows the name that you should be stating, you can be able to respond while your colleague is perusing.
It was signed by Director Cynthia Munyi.
Yes.
What, you introduce yourself first?
I'm Evans Ngeno.
Evans Ngeno, yes, you were saying?
It was signed by Cynthia Munyi.
Cynthia Munyi,
Yeah.
that is the director.
That's our director.
Which date was that when she signed the tender opening, the tender register?
Tender agreement was signed on 12th of...
No, the agreement on the tender opening register.
It was signed, the contract agreement was entered on 12th of
No,
July.
Bill, I'm asking for
Or the
during
date of
the
opening.
tender, the date of opening.
Okay. Mr. Speaker, sir, I'm sorry that at the moment that record is not available with that because, from last year to date, I know it's within our office and we'll supply that.
It is important that you need to know because for us to know whether you bid within the time or outside the time indicated.
We bear within the time.
Fair enough. I'll then proceed to ask that there was a requirement for a bid bond.
Yes, sir.
Did you supply a bid bond?
We
Of how much and with which bank?
supplied, the bid bond as required, and I've got a bid bond copy of it right here with me.
Of how much?
Bond.
Sorry?
Of, the performance bond of 7,662,521. And we took from Paramount Bank.
Paramount Bank.
Thank you, sir.
From the document you have, when does it expire?
When
It was a bin bond for how long?
let me just check it.
It goes up to August.
Yes, Evans?
August
August of which month? Which year?
2020.
Okay, date and year. Why I'm asking you that, you need to clarify. The bid bond in your documents is for 1 year.
That's a fact.
And the 1 year has elapsed. I'll proceed to ask you, because you're taking much time to peruse through your papers, and that the bid bond here is indicating that it was for 1 year, and it has elapsed. And yourselves sought for extension of contract period.
Yes, sir.
The performance bond, I mean, is you sought for extension.
Yes, we sought for.
What does that mean to your bid bond, or performance bond?
Yes, we sought for extension just because of some underlying issues that we had raised.
But that means you're out of the performance bond.
We renewed it. We renewed as per the law, and up to August this year.
Chair, I think
Yes, Honorable Kwech.
as they give the answers, they should supply this committee with those documents.
Yeah, because we're in receipt of the only bid bond, which was expiring in 31st December, actually, of 2019. So they ought to be, because this was from 29 July. This performance bond shall be valid from the date herein until the close of business at 3 p.m. on the 31st of December 2019. That is the only bid bond, performance bond that we have. So if you sought for extension, it is important that you supply this committee with another bid bond certificate for that case.
Yes, sir. Mr. Chair will supply accordingly.
Yes, Honorable Kwech.
Maybe you asked a question that I don't think was clearly answered, that who attended the opening of, have you?
No, it has been indicated it's the director, Cynthia Munyi.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do we have any records with them? Do they have any records to that effect? Because my questions would have emanated from that, for instance, during the tender opening, how many of the said companies participated?
Now, that Honorable Kwech, I would redirect that that is a question. The issue of supply of the opening tender register is to be kept by the county government. So that is a document that is missing from what was applied by the officers that we demanded from. That is Mr. Tirop and Sum. That should have been able to guide us. However, it is important they should know, they should be able to tell us the date that they signed. Honorable Ngetich.
Honorable Chair, continue. My questions will be...
Fair enough. Now, question to Vela. Did you bid for the contract? The contract was tendered the first instance and it was retendered. Did you bid for both?
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
Can you confirm? You bid for both. I want you to pronounce yourself.
We bid for the first tendering, and once it was retendered, we again bid for the same.
would you be able to state in the first bid what was your bid amount, and in the second bid what was your bid amount?
I'm sorry, Mr. Chair, that that document is right at our office, and maybe we'll have to go and peruse again on our documents right at our library, because, you know, we do bid a lot of tenders all over Kenya, and, you know, when we fail to get it, we usually document them and we save them. So if you need it that tomorrow, we'll have to bring it as required by law.
Because why I would ask you for that is that if you bid the first tender, you ought to have received the letter of cancellation.
That's true.
Did you receive the letter of cancellation of the first bid?
Yes, we received.
You have a copy of the letter of regret?
Unfortunately, yeah, we've got at our office, but unfortunately we didn't bring, because we never thought that those are the questions that you will ask.
That then means you need to be able to supply that with the county assembly latest tomorrow by midday. Honorable Kwech?
You know, Chair, I think the team here is kind of doesn't have any, most of the things they have left in the office. Can they share with us what they have, so that we can peruse and ask questions based on what they have, so that we don't keep on asking questions that are not within the documents they have.
Fair enough, Honorable Kwech. However, the questions by this committee will continue. They will respond to what they have. Yeah. Then the committee has its duty to perform. Now, Vela Limited, you confirm that you may ensure that you submit the letter of regret indicating that you bid the first tender, which was cancelled, and you ought to have been able to get the letter of regret. Now, the other bit would be that looking at your BQs for Vela, your BQs are printed.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Why?
The reason is this, Mr. Chair. Right at our office, at head office in Nairobi, we do a lot of tendering. That's our main business, actually. And when we are doing it all over Kenya, because at the moment, if you get to our office, you will get lots of documents actually in waiting. Our system that for us to eliminate the cost of doing writing material and so forth, we adopted a system whereby we do use the computer, whereby we use the computer and we print them. And that's what we, and nowadays the government adopted the use of IFMI system, whereby we supply our documents online. So we just type on our documents, we add our, we type and then we print, we scan, and that's all. Just to eliminate the bulk of doing just normal writing process, whereby it takes a lot of time and compared to computer printing. That's how it is, Mr. Chair.
Now, for this particular contract, knowing that if you ordinarily or tender with the government, tenders would be uploaded online. The question would be, was this one of the documents that the tender document, was it available online for you to have been able to print? Because technically, there was blanks to be filled. There was a standard document, so were you able to?
Yes, sir. Yes, Mr. Chair. It was a blank document. Then we printed on using the normal Adobe Pro reader. You just edit and you just print this way. You just fill using normal nowadays modern editing, the PDF editing applications. Yeah, because when you upload it on your system, it's all normally uploaded not in Word, but in PDF form. So we've got a software that just Adobe Pro that edits, and you know, we do everything on soft form.
However, the bill of quantity submitted was typed that the normal practice is submitted by tenders must be in ink. It is always indicated in handwritten. and you were able to, like, it was typed. So that, the other question would be that you indicated that you signed during the tender opening. You said the director, Cynthia,
Monyi.
was during opening. However, none of your BQs, even on one page, has a signature of any of the directors.
Mr. Chair.
The tender committee, for that case.
Okay.
During the opening. The opening committee.
We've got a signature of one of our directors right on the BQs. You've seen that it's already signed 19th of...
I am seeing that, so let me correct my question, right?
Okay.
That we have seen in your documents, it was not signed by any member of the tender committee or the opening committee.
I'm not getting you. The opening committee of the client.
Yeah, no, yes, the client.
Okay.
Is that an anomaly? You would know, since you indicated that you participate in various contracts.
So usually, once you have, when you, because these are a copy of what we gave to our client, and the rule demands that you make a copy for yourself, and you make another copy to the client, and the copy that we just brought in is just our copy.
So would you
I expect that another copy is within your office of procurement. So if Mr. Chair, you needed maybe a signature of your tendering committee, then I've never seen anywhere showing that a committee has to sign on the tender document anywhere.
Again, that I think needs to be verified, whether that the document that you submitted to the client, because I'm seeing the one that was submitted to County Works has the signature of the director, so you said yourself.
Thank you.
Moving forward to the contents of your BQ.
Thank you, sir.
We've gone through the contents of your BQs.
Bill A to Bill D.
Yes, and there are a few variations in prices of items. Would you confirm under all that all your prices are, you verified your pricing? I would read you the issue of the tender, the BQs being signed in section 78, subsection 1, B of the PPOA. An accounting officer on an operating entity shall appoint a tender opening committee specifically for the procurement in accordance with the following requirement and such other requirements as may be prescribed. At least one of the members shall not be directly involved. The committee, no, so not B. I would proceed to, let me get it clear. Subsection 4, not 1, subsection 4, section 78, subsection 4. Those submitting tenders or their representatives may attend the opening of tenders. The tender opening committee shall assign an identification number to each tender and record the number of pages therein. So I think that is why we are saying that it was important that we are able to verify that in the tender opening